So, Sword Art Online, Elise the Asian, it all revolves around going to the central city, right? There's really essentially nothing to do within the village. So we're moving towards that direction already. We get to see that this episode. Yes, we're still in the village, but we are clearly making strides to hurry up and get to the central city and or make some kind of progression with the characters in an action kind of sense, whether it be with the sword and now they're facing goblins. Something's going to happen that's really going to progress the plot right here. I can really tell. So I gotta say, man, I like how the story and or the show truly feels as if the game has a storyline. I like that. It's really cool. I'm going to reiterate that multiple times, probably the next 10 episodes. Who the hell knows? But I kind of figured after Kirito told Selka that that her sister was exiled because, well, she went to the other side of the mountain. She went to the Forsaken Realm, per se, right? I knew that was going to happen. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, so she's probably going to go there. I was like, the knight's going to come back. I wouldn't be surprised if Kirito fights him. Of course, loses because he doesn't understand the full-on mechanics of the game and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're talking about, hey, letting her go there and then running away with her. So, whether that happens now or not, I don't know, since they actually have caught up to Selka. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen next, so don't think I'm trying to spoil you guys. But seeing the content within this episode, like the sword, and seeing that sword is most obviously going to be the key to chop down that tree really quick and get Yujiro to go on the journey with Kirito, because we know he's not gonna avoid his calling. He would think that'd be a disrespect to himself and the people that came before him. I'm sure. Of course, he doesn't really like the knights. The integrity knights or whatnot. He hates them. Let's just be honest. He does not like them. They took Alice. He's still pissed off about it. So, I definitely see that sword being the key to the tree. I don't think they're just going to abandon it. I mean, the big thing was if you hit it where the wood's already been cut, then it would have took more than just 1 year off of it. That's the key. They're gonna go back and hit that. It's kind of silly in a way how they kind of did that. Like, why not swing the sword and hit right where you've been cutting? You said that's the key to doing it. Why didn't you do it? That's something that I did find kind of silly, but they're gonna come back to it and they'll get it done. They'll get it done and they'll give us the action scenes I'm sure we all want to see very quickly. But another thing that stood out in this episode is the fact that Kirito has for sure been wiped out of everything, memory-wise, for Yujiro, and most likely Alice too, I'd imagine. Because, even the flashback didn't even have Kirito in him, right? It's like, me and Alice went to the mountains, we found the sword, then she touched, he's only explaining it with two people, essentially. And that's just kind of like, okay, so Kirito's not there. Well, will those memories be reawakened? Who knows? Obviously, they have been altered for sure. And that has to come from the people that are controlling the simulation, of course. So, other than that, though, that damn cliffhanger kind of pissed me off, and I'm not happy about that cliffhanger. I think that cliffhanger shouldn't have been there. I think that cliffhanger should have said, hey, we're going to do 2 episodes again today, because we got to the climax finally after 3 episodes. It's been nothing but very, very subtle setup that's getting towards an action sequence and or getting towards one of the main plot points, and I don't mind it. It has depth to it. The content's good. It's something like a prologue. It's something that some of us may not love, but we do know we'll appreciate it later, right? We'll appreciate this setup. So other than that, though, there wasn't too much to talk about in this episode, but if there's one thing that was very important to talk about that I need to make sure I add in here, it's the fact that Alice is a prodigy. She was the greatest prodigy ever for the sacred arts. So right there immediately, that integrity knight is not going to be killing her. She's the greatest prodigy ever. At least from that village, and they're aware of that. And after they took her in, they probably were even more aware of that. And they said, "Whoa, this girl's a really, really amazing talent. Let's teach her the way of the sword." And I wouldn't be surprised if they somewhat kind of tampered with her emotionally, in the sense of making it think that no, you're chosen for a just cause. We chose to keep you alive because you should bring justice throughout this world, or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Something to manipulate a little girl, which would be easy. If you manipulate someone when they're young, they will grow up to be most likely who you want them to be, So that's probably, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of conflict of interest whenever Yujiro and Kirito get there, and whenever Alice says, no, I ain't going anywhere. Like I'm here for a reason, you know, that kind of thing. So other than that, though, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, X25. I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.